with you another Okido Yoga and Qi Gong Take 20 to Feel Good video. So again, it should be around about 20 minutes. We're going to get started straight away, connecting to the earth energy. So we're going to be nice and soft through the feet, just underneath the hips. Connect through that left foot so that we're bringing the weight over onto the left side, and I've not locked the knee out. Make sure the knee is nice and soft. And I'm just going to do like a churning action, so just focusing on the tips of the toes, and I'm circling around in one direction. So once we've warmed up the toes, start to feel it into the ankle. Check in again that that left side's nice and relaxed. Bringing it up into the knee. So we're spiraling this earth energy all the way up the leg. This is going to help ground us, get us connected, ready for our practice. And then from the knee, we now bring it up into the hip. And start connecting the breath as well now. So breathing in and visualize drawing that energy up into the belly. The sea of Qi. This is our area of vitality. Let's keep that big movement, but take it in the opposite direction now. Nice and soft through the left side. Really start to bring in a little bit more movement of the body. That's it. Letting the shoulders, the neck relax. Shake that out. Bring that foot down. Just feel the difference between that side and this side. Probably feel a little lighter, maybe more connected in. And then bring the weight over onto the right side, churning through the left side now. Check in on that right knee that's nice and soft. And visualizing the energy from the toes to the ankle, drawing that energy up to the knee. And then all the way up to the hip. And breathing into the belly. Let the upper body start to relax, connecting into the earth energy. And then opposite direction. So this really helps us settle the mind spirit as well, by drawing the energy from the top end, from the head and the mind, drawing it back into the body, getting us connected, feeling more alive and physical. And just give that leg a shake. Bring the feet a little bit wider than hip width. And just connect there into the earth. Might even feel a little bit of tingling going off in the legs. We're going to bring the hands to the kidneys. So just resting on the lower back here. We're going to do some hip circles. So again, the knees are nice and soft. And we just start slow. So visualize again, spiraling that energy up from the earth. Drawing it up into the belly. Bring that breath into the belly. And then slowly get them circle a little bit bigger. Maybe slowing the breath down with the movement a little bit. Synchronizing the in breath and the out breath. With a full circle. All the way around. Start to feel as if you're connecting a little bit with the abdominal muscles, so just lifting up a little bit so that we can support the lower back. So feel the abdominal muscles working with the movement, just zipping up a little bit, lifting up. And then bring that back to center. We're going to use those loose fists for the dough in, so the thumbs are on the outside, movement coming from the wrists. We're going to tap into the hip area. So work your way around the back of the hips. And then all the way down the back and the sides of the legs. So I'm going down the side of the leg, like the crease on the pants, but then going around the back a little bit as well. And when we get to just below the knee, we want to really work on this area just below the knee. This point around here, really good stomach acupressure point, really good for circulating energy into the legs. All the way down, go to the little toe down the side of the foot over to the big toe, and then we're going to work our way up. So knees are soft, and this is when we need to be using our belly muscles to support the lower back as we're bent over. Working all the way up the front and inside of the leg now, the yin. So we went down the yang, now we're coming back up the yin of the leg. Into the hip creases, so just small little movements through the knees as we pump a little bit into the legs, and then bringing the palms of the hands to the hip crease, holding here. Now you should really be able to feel that energy now circulating and feeling the feet flat into the earth, really grounded. Check in on the breath. And let's start to work on the upper body now, loosening off the shoulders and the spine. We're going to take a nice big breath in, let the hands rise up, shoulders stay down, and on the out breath, just let the hands drop down. Big breath in, and drop down. One more like this. So we're just allowing the hands to rise, but the shoulders stay down, and then on the out breath, let it drop down. This time we're going to come up, and left hand's going to go in front, right hand's going to go behind. Swing, and then come back up. And then right hand in front, left hand behind. So going into a nice ringing action. So start getting the movement flowing with the breath. So we can breathe in and out, in and out. So this is a great Qi Gong move to start oiling the spine and wringing out the internal organs, so the stomach and the liver particularly. And letting any tension through the shoulders and the jaw, just allowing that to feel as if it's being flicked off through the tips of the fingers. Tossing the chi, this is called tossing the energy. So we're clearing away any stagnation and tightness through the shoulders, getting rid of any blockages, and then allowing them to just float and fling away, and then twisting through the torso. Soft through the knees. See, I'm taking a little bit of a bounce. So rising up on the in-breath and out, down as we toss away. Great exercise to do just at home or out in the garden, if we can get out in the garden. Really good way of just releasing any tightness. And then just slowing it down. Bringing that to a stillness. Feeling that sensation of chi through the upper body now. So bringing the feet back underneath the hips. We're going to thread the fingers and work the wrists now. So particularly anybody who does a lot of work on the computer or driving, or maybe any musicians out there, this is a great way of keeping the hands, wrists nice and supple. One direction and then ready for it, opposite direction. Takes a little bit of practice. Focus. That's it. And then keeping the hands clasped, we're going to bring the thumbs to the sternum, and now using the elbows to open up the shoulder gates. So really start to work the shoulder blades. You might feel the muscles gliding, hopefully gliding over the upper back. If it feels a bit tight and stiff, just send some energy there, shifting any stagnation. Use the mind, where the mind goes, chi goes, so we can send a bit of positive chi to the shoulders, letting them release. And using the breath to bring in lots of fresh qi. Let's go in the opposite direction now. So this time we're sort of opening up the front of the body a little bit more. Still soft through the knees and getting that whole movement, so get them to the ribs. And again, let the breath clear any tightness. And release, bringing that back to a stillness. We're going to take a breath in, unfold the fingers, bring the hands to the chest. Lift it up. And on the out breath, pulling through the lower belly, and we're going to push away through the palms, chin to the chest, and open up the mid-back. Soft through the knees and tuck the tail under a little bit. Big breath in, bring the hands back to the chest. Drop the shoulders, lift it up, and on the out breath, push away. Breathe it in, and away. And again. And away. Open up between the shoulder blades, chin to chest. Hold it here. On the in-breath, we're going to just keep the hands as they are, bring them all the way up to the sky. Breathe it in and out. Drop the shoulders, soften through the neck and jaw. We're going to bring the hands to a prayer pose here, just in front of the head. Checking that the feet are underneath the hips. We're going to go into a little squat here, like we're trying to sit on a chair behind us. And as we do that, we're going to bring the hands down. So taking a breath in, and on the out breath, the hands are going to come down to the top of the head. And as if we're trying to sit down on a chair behind us. Breathe it in and breath out. Now just check the knees are going in alignment with the toes, and we can still see the toes. We don't want to be bringing the weight forward and then the toes disappearing. Breathe it in and out, nice and strong through the abdominal muscles to support the back. Oh, that's it, bring in some warmth into the body. A few free chiropractic adjustments maybe going off in the joint. All the way up to the top. Oh, and on the out breath, taking hold of that right hand with the left wrist. We're going to go into a side bend here now. So again, drop down through the knees, square off through the hips, breathe it in. And on the out breath, we're going to take it over to the left side, keeping that right elbow nice and high, keeping the jaw and the neck in alignment. Breathe it in to the top and swapping over, holding on to left wrist with right hand, breathing, and on the out breath over to the side. And back up to the top. And release, hands all the way up, press high and wide as we bring the arms down, pushing the palms away. Drop the shoulders, lift up through the center line. Keep grounded through the feet as we slowly drop down. Let's shake out any heat, anything that's come to the surface. Shake it out. Do some jiggles. So shaking is a fabulous way of releasing tension and loosening off the joints and just offloading a little. Shaking anything back down into the earth for composting. Using the breath to cool. And release. Slowly bringing it back into our starting pose, feet underneath the hips, connected to the earth. And just feeling the effects of the practice so far. Perhaps feeling more alive in the body, a little bit more focused, through the mind. Bringing the attention back inwards. Now we're going to go on to the Qi Gong series, Eagle Folds His Wings, which we did in the first practice, but we're actually going to add a little bit more on. There are some squats into this, so we've warmed the knees up, but just be mindful taking the squat to whatever level feels good. So if you've not done the Eagle Folds His Wings series, just watch me do one through first, but if you know the series, then you can join in with me. So let's start in our starting position, feet under the hips, tucking the tail under a little bit, zipping up through the body, shoulders nice and relaxed. Taking a big breath in, gathering the chi, and on the out breath, letting those hands drop down the front of the body. On the in breath, the backs of the hands come to the kidneys, and we take a breath in here, and we zip up, connect through the abdominals. And on the out breath, we fold at the hip crease, so with a nice flat back, we come forward. Knees aren't locked out here. Come horizontal to the floor, crown in one direction, tail going in the other. Take a breath in. On the out breath, the chin tucks to the chest and the wings unfold, and we come all the way into a forward fold. And then on that gathering in breath, we climb up the legs. Big breath in. And on the breath out. Continue with that practice. I'm just going to show you a little bit of an easier version for anybody whose shoulders or back feel a little bit delicate. So we just come to this point, instead of bringing the hands to the back, we leave the hands at the side. And then on that in breath, we just fold down. And then gathering back up. And then again, connecting with the full practice. Big breath in, breath out. Breathe it into the back. And that forward fold, if you're doing the forward fold, otherwise flat back. Breathe it in. And chin to chest. Unfold the wings all the way down. Soft through the knees. And gather in the chi all the way back up to the top. Let's do one more here. Breathe it in. And breath out. Breathing in, connect the abdominals, connect through the feet and the crown of the head. On the out breath, forward fold. Breathing in. And on the out breath, and fold. Pressing into the feet, bend through the knees, climbing all the way back up to the top. Gather in the chi. And bringing the hands down. Holding here. We're going to go into a turtle stance. So the toes are going to point out. Backs of the hands are going to come to the kidneys. And we're going to do a similar routine, but instead of the wings unfolding, the hands just drop straight down to the ground, and we're going to do some squats there. So we're going to sink a little bit through the knees here. Just check that the knees are going in line with the toes. Tuck that tail under, zip up through the front of the body. Take a nice big breath in. And on the out breath again, fold from the hip crease till we're horizontal to the ground. If anybody wants to release the hands, hold on to the thighs to give yourself a little bit of support here, you can. Use those abdominal muscles. Breathe it in. And on the out breath, chin to chest, and just let the arms drop down to the earth. Bend through the knees. If we can get the hands down to the ground, resting the back of the hands on the floor. Otherwise, we can always support ourselves on our knees with our elbows and just be holding here, or using a chair even in front of us. Here we're going to go into the turtle squats. So from the turtle forward bend, we're going to sit back down like we're sitting down on that chair again. So 5 little squats, only as deep as feels good, warming up the knees, strengthening the legs. On that 5th squat, we're going to hold down. So when we get to that 5th squat, holding, knees in line with the toes, pull up through the abdominals, strengthening the legs, and then pressing through the feet. We're going to come to straight legs, as straight as we can. Let the crown of the head drop down, no tension in the neck. Turtle forward, fold. And then a slight bend through the knees, and we're going to roll ourselves back up to the top. So vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping the chin tucked down all the way up to the top. Gather the chi. And on the out breath, clearing away any tightness. Bringing the feet back underneath the hips. Form monkey, forward, fold and squat. So feet are facing forwards. Same practice, breathing it in and breath out. Hands come to the back. Engage the abdominals, lifted upon the in-breath, and then folding from the hip crease, soft through the knees. Holding here for a breath, and on the out breath, chin to chest, let the arms drop down, monkey arms down to the ground, soften through the knees if we need to get down there. Otherwise, like I say, we can always support ourselves on a chair or our knees. Monkey squats, 5 squats. So again, sitting down. So the weight doesn't want to be over the toes. Make sure the weight's over the whole of the foot. The toes are nice and relaxed. No gripping into the mat with monkey toes. On that 5th squat, we're going to hold. Use the abdominal muscles again. Keep it lifted. Straighten up through the backs of the legs. Monkey forward, fold. Small sink, soften through the knees, and then slowly rising up. Keeping the chin tucked all the way to the top. Oh. Big breath in and breath out. One more series of eagle folds his wings to release the shoulders again. Big breath in and breath out. Breathing in and out. Bringing the shoulders, bringing the wings into a roll for this one. Soften through the knees, roll it all the way up to the top. Oh, let's do one more, why not? Feels too good. Big breath in. Finish with a clearing, gathering positive chi and allowing that to soak up through the body. Bringing one hand on top of the other onto the lower belly and finding center balance, grounded to the earth, connected through the mind, body and spirit. Feeling the effects of the practice, connected to the earth energy and to our own spirit. Finding peace and clarity. Finishing with Gasho, bringing the palms together in respect and love.